Arabic word from the word mamia, which means glue.
Yeah.
The real name was a sahu.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's preparing the body for eternity. They would wrap it and soak it with oils, linen, take the organs out so it wouldn't rot or putrefy. It took 70 days to prepare the body.
Yeah, because
And
that's a
then-
dry out, right?
So once a person died, within 70 days, they had to prepare the body and put it in the ground. Okay, and they would place it inside of here. Okay, and then this would be placed in the ground. This is the judgment scene that they believe, that almost all religions kind of copied from just a little bit. They believe this is input, so when you die, your soul, this represents your soul, not your physical body. So your soul comes before the scales of Ma'at. The feathers on one side, and your heart is weighed on the other side. Your heart is all the deeds that you've done during this time. That's why they say when you do something bad, your heart is heavy. But when you feel good, your heart is light as a feather.
Yeah.
All that comes from this, okay? So here's the feather, there's the heart. Inpu is making sure the scale is balanced. This is Amamet. Amamet is the devourer.
Oh, that's what they call the devil, right?
So unrighteous souls, you don't go see the Father.
Yeah, the devil gonna
You
eat
get
it.
devoured. Amamet is 4 of the most terrible creatures that they had in Kemet. So he is the crocodile, he is the lion, he is the hippo. So he's all, and the leopard. So he's all 4 of these animals that people are scared of. It's going to tear you apart if your soul is not righteous. This is Jehuti. He represents articulate thought, speech, and writing. He's recorded your whole life.
Oh,
So
okay.
you go before the judges, see the judges here, and they go, have you stolen? You go, no, I have not stolen. And then the judge over here said, wait a minute, I got a record. Jehuti said you stole your grandmother's cookies when you were in the 3rd grade. But then, reciprocity, he said, but wait a minute. Well, my grandmother had no teeth, I chewed her food. And so the other judge said, that's reciprocity, you may pass. So that's where we have reciprocity. If
Yeah.
somebody does something wrong, you can
Forgive.
forgive and then compensate them. So that's what reparations is.
Yeah.
Reparations, you first say,
I'm
I
wrong.
did you wrong, I'm sorry. And now here's a check to compensate for your loss.
Yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately, Africans in America going through slavery, they apologize, the government has apologized.
They don't want to pay
We
us.
still haven't got a check yet.
Exactly.
And like the Jews got a check.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a check but
The
us.
Japanese got a check.
So this is where reparations comes in. Okay, we're sorry, but now you got to pay. And then finally, you go see your Father who art in heaven.
Okay.
So this is where you get the idea is that the only way to the Father is through the Son. Harut is the son of Asar. And
Okay.
he is the champion of the people. So now, if you pass that, now he leads you to his Father who in heaven.
Okay. That's where they get all this Bible thing from.
Right. So,
Interesting.
and these dummies here
Yeah.
are just to try to show you a traditional dress during this time period of Tutankhamun, which would have been the 3rd golden age. So that's around Tutankhamun lived
That's
around
some muscles,
1500
right?
BCE.
Right?
Muscles.
So you-
The
you
black
just-
man. I say they have muscles. The black man.
Yeah, he's been working out. Okay, so now you can actually just leave your coat there. We just go walk.
We're taking our
Look at these
second
dynamic
walk
things on
around.
the floor. This is the Ashanti Kingdom, which would be today, present-day Ghana. Used to
Yeah.
be called the Gold Coast.
Yes.
But there was also an ancient empire where Mali and all that was called Ghana. So Ghana was the first Western big civilization. This is the Ashanti stools. These are
Yeah.
real. Oh, and let me just say this here before we go any further. Every statue and carving you see here is authentic.
Yes.
It's not a replica. It's not like for example, this up here are replicas. That's not the real
Right,
thing. But all of these carvings and statues are real. They were used in ceremonies and actually come from these countries.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that. So this is the Ashanti stool. This is the Kuba dal, which was for fertility, and later the Ankh.
Yeah.
The Ankh in ancient Egypt, like this. It's almost
Yeah.
it's
And that's
almost
the, what's
same
the
thing.
doctors, the medical people use that now. Yeah.
So, just to show you West Africa, East Africa, similarities.
Yeah.
This is, so that's Ashanti. This was what they call a medicine jacket.
Okay.
and it's got all types of herbs on it. And so the divine healer would wear this.
Okay.
And when they call the doctor, don't come with his bag. He comes with a jacket.
Right,
Exactly.
with his
Yeah.
jacket and stuff. So this is like somebody wearing one, so you can see what
Yeah,
it's just like a picture. But that's what that jacket is. And the fabric underneath that, that's the famous kente cloth.
Yes.
Did you see towards the bottom?
That's within the ground.
Now,
Kente.
from
Kente,
next to Ghana, you have ancient, you have Nigeria, which was the ancient Yoruba, Ifa, the Ife, and so the Ife kingdom, the Yoruba, and Benin.
Yeah.
So you can touch this, feel these. This is brass. This is all solid
Yeah.
iron and brass. This is what's done with the lost wax,
Yeah.
what they call the lost wax. So all of these are real and authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is famous. It's in all books. African art, that
And
piece.
these are not 100, these are like 200, 300, 400 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This goes back to the 8th century. That's 700 years ago.
Royal Kingdom of Empire.
So this was an Ifa prince. And this is an oboe. This is the king.
Yeah.
So this is what he looked like. And the great mother.
Yeah.
Isn't she
I'm gonna take
beautiful?
some
Look at
pictures
that.
on actually.
That is beautiful. And then this is symbolic of the people, the princess, the mother, prince, kings. Even this rooster, that's iron.
Yeah. Oh God, these things are heavy.
So the roosters are from way back when, huh?
Then we move over to the Kota people, which is right next door. And they do woodwork and then they cover it with metal. So if you see this is all covered with metal.
You have to look at it.
All of these pieces here, so they're covered
You can see the wood.
up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're all covered with metal, so the woodwork, you do the woodwork and then put a metal sheet over top.
Yeah, to protect
Preserve
it,
it,
preserve
like-
it.
So all of that same here, see this is a metal sheet over on top of it, a metal sheet over on top of it. The Monday people.
Yeah.
So that's Kota. Then we move towards what we call the Congo. Oh,
Yeah.
before we get to the Congo, let's go here.
Yeah.
This is Guinea. So Guinea,
Yeah.
West Africa. the
Yeah,
statue
I went to
here.
Guinea-Bissau. We went to Guinea-Bissau last year,
Yeah. Last year?
And you see
the year
same
before.
carving of the statue on the table.
Oh, look at the wooden cones.
See that? That's the same statue.
These are wooden cones.
Those are
Yeah.
cones, Afro
Yeah.
picks.
They're wooden.
Oh, yeah, Afropix. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are all Afro picks coming from Africa. And you can see the idea is to make culture is your medicine. So for everything, I want to show my culture. Look at the design on the pick. So instead of just making it just a regular little pick,
Exactly.
they made it functional. They had a design on it. Just
Yeah.
on each a little design on each one. Look at the head.
Very
Yeah.
creative.
It's something.
So that's the culture from. So this is Guinea. These two, I'm from East Africa,
Yeah, Tanzania. Yeah.
and this is Makunde. So these two statues are Makunde, and this is some Makunde people. You can see a Makunde woman on both sides. The pictures. We don't look like this today, but this was like even as much as my father was born in 1900. So in 1900, the chiefs and stuff still dressed like this.
Yeah. What are those tribal marks, right?
Yeah, these are tribal marks for initiation. Just like the Yoruba, if you come over here, you'll see tribal marks on your face. These, see the
Yeah.
markings on the face.
Yeah, that's to identify because everybody's
Right.
black, so that's the only way to identify.
Oh, so
Right, and you
that's
see
what
the
marks
markings
are.
on
Yeah.
your face.
Yeah, to
So
identify them.
They went through initiation,
Yeah.
and they hold a position in the society.
Okay, now I used to wonder why they have.
Yeah,
Now
but-
we go to Central West Africa, and from here on down to the wall, this is like the Congo, Cameroon, Zaire, which you know today, Gabon.
Yeah.
And this is pretty famous. You see the two heads? They represent the two, like the yin and the yang. You see the two heads there?
Oh,
It's kind
yeah.
of like the yin and the yang. Like, you ever seen that picture where like on one shoulder is a little angel, on the other shoulder is a little devil? The one on the angel says, no, have a salad. And the devil over here says, no, have a piece of cake. You know? And you're like torn in between. You
Yeah.
know, so that's what the
Yeah,
two
it's
heads
like
kind
two
of represent.
different minds. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
We'll have the salad now.
Now, these are divine healers.
Yeah, that's so much nail on them.
Each nail represents a healing. Whether it was a medical healing or whether I helped you in your life. You were having some marital problems. I came in and helped you sort it out. Bam, I put a nail in for you and your mate. You had some heart problems and I helped you get your pressure down. Bam, a nail goes in. So you can see. But there's always a mirror in between because they wanted to know you're a reflection of God. Each one of us. So they said, if you want to see God, look in the mirror.
Okay.
And no one can heal you but you.
Yeah.
I, as the physician, I'm going to aid you in your healing and assist you, but only you can heal yourself. So that's what they, that's why the mirror.
Yeah.
That's why the mirror is in there. I'm giving you advice, but you still got to do it.
Exactly.
You
That
still got
makes
to do it.
sense.
Like, can't no doctor make you lose weight. They tell you what to do to lose weight.
Exactly.
And then you got to do it. you know?
Exactly.
So even with the best advice in the world, if you don't follow it.
Exactly.
So these are, again, all the way from the Congo.
There's some psychology there going on.
We were talking
So
about that.
the Mandi, the
this past
Cameroon,
week.
Kenya. And you can see the beaded work. Y'all see this? These are real. These are the real helmet masks that
Yeah.
are worn that you see.
Oh, I know.
That's cowrie shells, yeah. That was a hat with the thing coming all the way down.
Yeah, very creative. Africans are talented. So they have all this old stuff in the museums in Europe.
Now, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the Dogon.
Yeah, I heard about Dogon.
They do a dance called Sigwi every 60 years.
60 years.
60 years they do this dance, so you might only see it once in your lifetime. And Sirius A, the brightest star in our hemisphere,
Yeah.
its mate, Sirius B, becomes visible every 60 years. And then it goes back and you can't see it again until 60 years before it comes back. They've been doing the dance for 4,000 years.
Yeah.
They just first saw Sirius B in 1960 when they had a telescope that big. Other than that, they didn't believe the Dogon. Then in 1960, they actually saw it. And then the Dogon said, wait a minute, there's actually 3 stars. There's another one that comes. They
Yeah.
haven't seen the third one yet. But
It's gonna come in a long
only
time.
the Dogon know about it. So this
Yeah.
and they wear this helmet, this up on top of their head. And they do this dance with this long thing sticking up on top of their heads.
Oh, the head very strong.
So also the Bara people do something similar. This antelope
Yeah.
is inside of a basket, woven inside of a basket. You can still see a little part of it. And then that sits on the head. And they do this dance and they leap it around like antelopes and they do a dance. So these tall pieces like that are part of a helmet. Or part of a hat that goes over top of the head.
What's my?
Oh.
And then here, I just want to show various musical instruments from Africa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We know you play this just like a piano.
Yeah, it's a yeah. They call it xylophone, but it's what
And
it
then
came
this
from.
is like a code that plays like a banjo.
Yeah, that's a kora.
Kora, right? There's your kora.
Yeah, what's on?
And then the various drums. And
Yeah.
everything, again, has to have culture to it. Look at this. It has the double head.
Where's that from?
This is a drum.
I know, but where's it from? You know which part of Africa?
Yes, yeah, this piece is from the Congo.
Oh, okay. I never see that before.
So it's not just a drum, it has a,
So the
Yeah, it's
chords,
like a
the
cover.
various different drums found all throughout Central West Africa. This was a drum from Egypt, from Kemet, that you play boom, boom.
Yeah,
like
with a
that,
stick,
on
yeah.
both sides, boom, boom. You see the people in the marching bands?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the imitation from that. And again, this is what these places, most of the carvings you see here comes from this part of Africa. And then there's a few pieces here from Eastern Africa.
Wow, it's
And the Nile
interesting.
Valley was all the other stuff that we showed you here. So Kemet would have been this part up here, and then all of this would have been ancient Kosh
Yeah.
in the center. Actually, below ancient Kosh, towards the center, they used to call it Ta Netcher. Ta Netcher means the land of the divinity, land of the creator. Of divinity. So it's like they knew they came from the central of Africa. And here is where they found the oldest bones of human beings.
Yeah. What's her name? I forgot. Yeah.
Okay, I address any questions now? So you
Yeah,
get.
I think you explained everything. very good.
Exactly. What's the name of the museum again?
Hmm?
What's the name of the museum?
February the 8th will be our official real grand opening.
Yeah. What's the name of the
This is
museum?
called the Harlem Museum International African Culture and History. So
Okay.
You know
we're
what?
stressing the culture. As
Exactly.
opposed to only just the history.
There's something.
We believe that culture is your medicine. If
Yes.
you don't know your culture, you'll be sick and abused by other people.
Exactly.
Okay. Can you tell me the name again so
Yeah,
I,
I'm Mfundi,
right, and the museum name?
and the museum is the Harlem Museum of
I
African.
have a question. Though. Why? I mean, when did you start collecting pieces for
This
the?
is the collection of the museum, as opposed to just an exhibit.
Yeah.
This is part of our collection, and this is, believe it or not, this is 1/10
Yeah, I
of the
believe it.
collection we have. The whole basement is full. We're
Yeah.
trying to get. Do you know where Mart 125 was?
Yes.
We're trying to get that building. You'll see a sign up there with our museum sign on it.
Okay.
So we're trying to get this, because the city owns that property.
Yes.
So we're petitioning, board number 10 controls that area. So we're
Okay.
petitioning to get that as our museum. Because Harlem boasts as the black capital of America. We
Exactly.
don't have an African culture museum.
Exactly. I totally agree. I
You
totally
know,
agree.
so, and we have enough stuff to fill.
So, and you're expecting a big crowd on Saturday?
Not a big crowd, but you know, but we expect maybe 100 people to come.
Okay, well, 100 people, good.
During the course, it's from 1 to 5.
Okay.
1 to 5. So it'll be like a flow.
Yeah.
And we're also giving tribute to Brother Andy Owens. He was the co-founder of this.
Museum.
He just died Wednesday.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Wednesday of this week. Just
Sorry to
passed.
hear.
He's 96 years old.
Oh, wow.
And he was working really hard, helping to clean this and get this together.
Yeah.
And he fell on Monday. He took a fall.
Oh, wow.
But he got up, people helped him, and then he came to work and was still cleaning stuff and was just as happy, had a good attitude, right? And then he went home